they've got that conference tie-in now. So
If they win tomorrow, and there's a good chance they will, even though they've been playing horribly, but because Wisconsin is not good, they could maybe go to Phoenix.
that would be better than Detroit.
Doctor's not telling the truth.
Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to use a liar pants on fire defense.
Hey, what about you?
I fit in better than you. At least I'm wearing cowboy boots.
Must be hard being a king.
How did I do? There is now a level 2.
You're the best, man. Come on, Benny, man. The kid is a L7 weenie.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on The Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
Love having them on, John and Dan. Guys, a happy Thanksgiving the day late to you guys. I hope it was well. Went really well.
Very nice. Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think
very nice.
At my Thanksgiving, I have definitively settled one Thanksgiving Day issue. I'd like to declare it here. The pecan pie is the best pie. Now, I studied pies pretty thoroughly yesterday, and I'm going to tell you the pecan, there's some reason for it. The pumpkin is fine. The old, settlers had to do something with all them pumpkin gourds that are lying around for Thanksgiving, so they figured out how to make a pie out of it. Fine, I get it, it's not horrible. But the pecan pie was made for just this occasion. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. I think we've just decided that. What?
You don't put nuts in a pie.
What just offsets the sugary goodness of the sugar high in the middle of the filling? John, tell him he's wrong. Come on.
Pecan is a very, very good pie.
Thank you very much. Is it your favorite pie of all time?
It's in my top 3.
Okay, interesting question. What are the other two then? Banana cream. Now, come on, but you don't ever get banana cream unless you go like Baker Square.
Yeah, that is a good one too. But blueberry is probably my all-time favorite. I'm a big blueberry nut.
Really? Dan, do you have a pie?
I am an apple pie guy. Just give me a nice apple and cherry.
All right, but I presume with your apple, it has to come with some ice cream. The only way I do apple pie is I got to have a little scoop of vanilla ice cream. Come on.
Oh yeah, and ideally with a little touch of cinnamon in the ice cream.
The only thing that beats that is cheesecake, but they call it a cake even though it's shaped like a pie and cut like a pie.
Yeah, that's a good
is
point.
Far and away number one for me.
Well, you can do so much with that. I will give you that, but it probably is more of a pie thing. All right, fair enough. We got that handled. Now, the football from yesterday could have cared less. It was on. The games actually is walking back. There's so much going on. Walking back forward. The games were relatively entertaining. Green Bay beats Detroit by 7. Dallas and Kansas City. Dallas wins by 3. I didn't care. I was driving home. Baltimore and Cincinnati wouldn't watch it anyway. That was kind of the blowout game. Your thoughts on the games, John? Anything stick out?
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. You're it's on in the background, but you're visiting and talking with people, and there was a lot going on. But I think I said before the show, Detroit is not the team they were last year.
Oh no.
Now, are they going to make the playoffs? For sure, but wow. Well, I suppose it's a question whether they could even make the playoffs.
Yeah. Really, and you talk about teams that aren't the same as we were last year. How about Kansas City? Dan, hello. Talk about the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, the Cowboys are not a good team.
No,
they're not. The Cowboys aren't a bad team, but it's not. No. But they're This is not. This is a game that Kansas City absolutely should have won.
Yes.
Is it just because the Vikings are so out of it that I don't care? Now today, the other North team plays. Chicago is playing at Philadelphia on a Friday. I didn't even know that until I got here 10 minutes ago with you guys. 2:00 today. Chicago is playing Philadelphia. Philadelphia should win. They're up by 7 is the number there. Can I make another day and convince the wife I should watch football? I don't think so. Not for that game.
No. Unless unless you somehow think the Bears are gonna show that they're for real. I don't know. I just don't. No, nobody's picking this. That's why I think. Oh well, now the Bears are going to win because no one expects it, right? There's absolutely nobody.
the game to discuss then comes down to Minnesota is at Seattle. I don't think I've seen in the NFL this year an 11.5 point favorite by Seattle. I think that's the biggest margin I've seen all year. There's been a 10. I don't think I've seen 11.5. Is that fair, Dan? Is that a fair number?
That. No, I don't think it is.
You think it'll be more? Oh, sorry.
No. Actually, okay. I think the Vikings are actually going to make a pretty good game here. So, and that's
I like that. So are you calling the wind?
Yeah. Oh, are we doing that now? So yeah.
Oh no, I just said we'll wait. I just thought that was an interesting comeuppance for you. If it's going to be such an interesting game, John, do you think 11.5 is good? Vegas needs the money.
I think it is good. If Brosmer starts, they're going to make a game out of it.
You think if he starts, they make a game out of it? Interesting.
I don't know well, they haven't made a game out of anything the last couple of weeks. They've been absolutely horrible.
Well, I throw this at you. Brosmer would come in with absolutely nothing to lose. You ever saw a kid who could play football and say, what do I got to lose? I could throw 26 interceptions. I don't care. And just go gun the heck out of it. He could. But on the other hand, we gave JJ an entire year because of injury to sit and watch and marinate and figure the game out. Then he had, the ankle injury. These kids had a year and a half to figure the game out, and it's too fast for him and too mind-blowing. Let's be honest, Brosmer was never a fast guy, even in college. I guess, John, I can't even talk myself into that if he starts. Come on.
Well, I think he'll be more competitive. I think he'll be more composed.
Okay.
And here's why, because JJ and Michigan were so overwhelming. I don't know that he got challenged as much as Brosmer did. So, Brosmer was good, but he took his lumps too, and so he knows how to handle himself in the pocket, probably better than JJ did, because Michigan was so dominating, JJ didn't get touched that much.
All right. Now reality sets in, Dan.
He doesn't know what to do on the rush.
Let's throw reality at Dan. Dan, here's the reason. If Brosmer gets in, they will run 95% of the time, which may not be a bad plan.
No, they won't.
Oh, they will. They're going to let that kid just... Am I wrong, Dan? Okay, Dan, you tell me.
No. No. I mean, that was moving toward to the plan for JJ. They were finally figuring that out for JJ. But I honestly think what do they have to lose at this point? Let's
Exactly.
Now again, maybe it's me. It's more of my thought rather than the Vikings approach. But I still have this thought of we got to see whether Brosmer actually is a legitimate prospect.
I think that's JJ. I would tell you that if they make this move and pull. Unless he's actually concussed. Here's the other thing. We're to such a point now. Do we really know he's concussed? You feel a little sick, kid? Maybe it's a concussion. We'll pull you out. They give you a little more time. Same thing with a high ankle sprain. Back in 3-4 weeks. Well, let's just get through the double header out in the out across the pond. You just get to a point of how much are they protecting the kid. But if it is true and they bring Brosmer in and he does well at all, even if he just wins a game, and not even if he just wins, you now have a quarterback controversy with KOC who picked JJ. And now they're all in trouble. I just can't see them letting Brosmer come in and upset the apple cart. That's why you run it.
Brosmer is also somewhat of a KOC find, if you will, in that he spent a lot of time visiting the U of M. Visiting with Brosmer after the draft, after he went undrafted. So he's very excited about him. So I think he has something to show there too. But I do think you're right. Brosmer doesn't have to come in and throw 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. If he has a 80 plus passer rating, 90 plus passer rating, that's enough. 150 yards. Maybe a touchdown, one touchdown, one interception. That's probably going to be enough for Vikings fans to say, maybe we should look at this guy some more.
That's what I'm saying. They are developing their own controversy. It's true, John.
Our standards have dropped so much.
Well, we're on a Sunday night football game against Seattle after beating them all up and down last year, having a 14-3 team. We're 4-7. This team has fallen off the literal cliff when it comes to football. We weren't supposed to be in a rebuilding year. We're just going to put in the little pieces we need to go to the next level. Ow, we just hit the basement bargain sale. That's what we did. Got to go to break. We got more Minnesota teams to talk about that are doing wonderful. We'll talk some Wolves right after this. I've got them, the guys at the end of the bench, John and Dan.
When the stakes are high.
Oh no.
Do you guys hear that?
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen dinner theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
Are you kidding me? You know that comment you said to the radio? The thing that we got wrong?
Clearly, Brussels sprouts are the worst vegetable.
Call us and let the world know your thoughts. 855-257-7469. That's 855-ALS-SHOW.
It's the Al Travis Show, and I'm going to get in trouble for my take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I've got John and Dan here. So, Phoenix is a decent enough team. They're going to be the first team Minnesota beat that had a winning record. They came here. We were up 8 points with 50 seconds ago and lost the ball game. Said, okay, team let her slip. They played a lot of easy guys. Don't worry, we'll get right when Sacramento comes to town. We've been whooping on them. Sacramento comes to town, takes us to overtime, and we lose. And we're ripping on it. Well, they had Oklahoma City on Wednesday, and Oklahoma City is by far the best team in basketball. And you saw the Minnesota Timberwolves take them all the way. It was a great ball. I stayed up to watch it. I was so furious that Timberwolves team doesn't show up every day. If we weren't talking those other two crazy losses and they played these guys that well, I'd say this team's getting somewhere. But that team showed up because it was Oklahoma City. This team is mentally screwed in the head. You know what I'm saying? No, they only want to play when it's something they can, there's something there. That won't get them where they got to go. This team should not have lost those last two. The team that showed up with Oklahoma City is the team I want every Saturday, or every game day. something's wrong in the head. Dan, tell me I'm wrong. There's something there.
No, I actually, again, when I have to say it, I always have to preface this with, I hate hearing myself say these words, but I agree with you, Al.
Thank you. It's
But,
frustrating.
Because yesterday, because Oklahoma City, I won't say it was hardly a flawless game, but they played a good, solid game. Against a team that they showed Oklahoma City. I think that they can hang with them, that they can play with them. It's possible, but but the other two are just embarrassing. I mean, I have the exact same take though. Phoenix is like, sometimes things just come together to where you just blow it at the very end, and that'll happen every once in a while. But to lose another late lead against Sacramento too, so that's terrible.
John, your thoughts? Then you have those three different types of losses back to back to back. At some point, I don't know how Finch keeps these guys motivated. They got Boston on Saturday. Your thoughts?
Well, we've talked about this before with this team. They don't have that winner mentality. They need to grind down on those poor teams and not just beat the poor teams by 2 or 4 points. They need to beat them by 20 points.
Yeah.
Now, Oklahoma City, great game. In fact, the media was even saying it was one of the better performances by any team against OKC this year. So that's, we got recognized for the game, which is nice. And that was good. And Phoenix, I agree with Dan. Yeah, okay, tough loss. But Sacramento, overtime? Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah. And I'll throw this out here. You look at the difference between Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, right? When he was on the floor, they were stretching leads. Ant got into a little piddling contest with who's going to shoot three. He came down, shot 2-3 threes in a row. Like, just stop. Keep doing what got us here. We get lost in that hero ball way too often. And Shea, I don't know how many points, 40 points, and I don't know how to assist. We get lost, and I'm going to do, there's a difference in the mentality of the superstar. And I'm like Ant, don't get me wrong, but there's a difference when we need it in how that ball's being spread around. And that's, I think, where we lose it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let's move over to the Wild. You had your Wild hat on before. What did you change the Santa Claus hat? Okay, I'm glad you're there. The Wild is really the only positive we've got going in the state of Minnesota. When I say that, your Twins aren't going anywhere, right? No one's getting too hyped up on them. You're seeing maybe we'll struggle with the Wolves for a while. Vikings are out. At least the Wild are giving us something, right? I think they're 9-1-1 in the last 10 games or 11 games. It's amazing, Dan.
Well, it's just like 2 weeks ago where I believe you were telling us, Al, that I don't care about that. I don't care about the hockey team. I don't care about the Wild. Well, now
I got nothing left. It's true. And thank God they're doing it because I needed something. John, you've got the Wild hat. You're behind them 100%, right?
Oh, I am. Come on, 6 in a row and an overtime win. They're not just winning; they're playing well. The goalies are looking fantastic. All right, and they're not just beating doormats. Okay, they're playing competitively. They're beating good teams. They are making a statement, and I love it. I mean, if you haven't been watching these guys, start tuning in. Start paying attention to those games.
All right, then the last
nickname of it. The Wall of St. Paul.
I love the Wall of St. Paul. That is fantastic. We got to talk a little Gopher football. They play this Saturday against Wisconsin. There's always, we got to beat Wisconsin. You beat Wisconsin and you keep your job as a head coach. I think that's true no matter what this year. But if we don't win that game, we're probably going to the Motor City Bowl. We're probably going to Detroit for the bowl game. I mean, come on. John, do they win or not?
I think they win just because this is a bad year for Wisconsin. It probably won't be a pretty win the way they've been playing, but I think they'll do enough to win. And, Fleck will probably get an extension for the win.
And another year bonus of another $1 million.
But, yes, I do think they'll get to go to a warm climate, which would be a nice change. If they go to Detroit, I don't even know if I'll be able to watch that game. Oh, be so
because it'll be on at like 3 a.m. somewhere on some. Yeah, Dan, your thoughts on where the U goes?
Wisconsin has been playing better.
I know
as the season's gone on. So I don't expect the Gophers Sorry, John. I don't expect the Gophers to win this game.
See, and that's the sad part. We'll get to a bowl game with the 6 wins. Walk in backwards to go to Detroit, and yet they'll tout this as a good season for Minnesota. This is so tough for me. When you look at when we played really good teams, exactly how that ended, being trounced by all the good teams. This is a tough program right now. It's tough. I mean, it's tough in the Big Ten, don't get me wrong. But 2 of those games were against teams you've never heard of. What did we win by 66 against the Blue Buffalo of wherever that? I mean,
isn't that dog food?
Yeah, I think that's true. It doesn't come to Sam's Club or something. Okay, we got to go. I'm out of time. Appreciate you both. Thank you for the post-Thanksgiving show. I appreciate you coming on.
Have a good one.
Weekend.
Go.
John and Dan. We'll see you guys on Monday.